Back. Welcome back to Panasonic Live at IFA 2012. This is Patrice Bouidibeda here in the area of the home appliances, as Panasonic has decided just to not only show the home entertainment side of Panasonic. No, it's also about home appliances, and this is my expert, Adam.
Patrice,
How are you doing this morning?
I'm very, very well. And yourself?
Well, yeah, I'm quite excited, as this is the first day that the public is also now here within the exhibition booth. So it's going to be, of course, very interesting just to see what kind of question will come up towards you.
Absolutely. Well, let's fire away.
I'm just the messenger.
I know, but you can feel the electric here today, especially with all the public around. And of course, a lot of people are coming down to see all the fantastic new products, which
Exactly.
is great news.
I mean, already we've been talking yesterday about the washing machine, and I was quite surprised about all the innovation that are coming together when it comes to such a device as a washing machine.
Yeah,
including
surprising.
patterns on the side for noise reduction, but that's another issue. We're coming now to the first question from Adrius Ukis. I'm becoming a fan by Andreas Ukis, by the way. What are twin echo cooling system and inverter compressor?
Right, so we've already talked about the inverter compressor, or the inverter technology.
Yes, we did.
We did talk about the inverter technology on our washing machines yesterday.
Which is also there on microwaves.
It is indeed. See, you're catching on quickly here. We do utilise this in our fridge freezers as well, because we talked about being able to fluctuate with our power.
Right.
We can actually show you some of the inverter compressor and the twin cooling with this actual centre one here. So what the inverter technology is actually doing...
This is, by the way, this is not a version or
no, we're not doing
see-through.
No, we're not going to be doing transparent doors or anything. This is just to show everybody the fantastic technology
just to make sure
behind
about
it.
that. Okay.
So the inverter technology has many different steps of power to be able to fluctuate and be able to save you on your energy.
Right.
So it actually allows it to. So for instance, if we had the door open for just a little bit of time, it would use a little bit of power. If you wanted to freeze everything very, very quickly, it's going to use a little bit more power, but it can adjust that according to what you have inside.
Yep.
But with the twin cooling, it's a really clever system, because what we've got is, of course, it's freezing up the freezer, and then we've got a special eco valve down the bottom. So if it actually realizes that it requires extra cooling in the refrigerator, it will open up the eco valve and put in the freezing cold air into the refrigerator to bring down the temperature. So it's a really, really clever system here.
Okay. So I hope this has been the answer you were looking for, Andreas, and once again, thank you for your question. Twin echo cooling and inverter compressor.
Yes.
So more things I've learned today. Continuing with a question from Erica. It's a hot topic. All there is temperature control.
But actually, yes, you can completely individually set the temperatures for your individual needs. If you'd like to, we'll walk over and actually show you rather than just tell everybody, because I'm sure everybody would like to see this
Otherwise, it
happening.
would be a waste of space if we would not use it and walk around a bit.
So, any fridge that you come across, of course, we've got this lovely glass display here.
Yes.
And actually, all the buttons are all touch sensitive. So as soon as you open it, you can actually see all the individual settings here. And we can actually now adjust these, so we can adjust the fridge, we can adjust the freezer, and we
Wait
can
a minute,
actually...
I have to open it first in order to just adjust them?
No. Okay. You can actually just walk across to any of them and just push the center button, and away we go again.
I was like, this is kind of a...
No. You never need to just open the door. But as you can see, we've got independent controls for our vitamin safe, for our freezer, and also for our fridge as well. So you're allowed to set it to the individual need. So it's a really, really clever way of being able to tailor the product to the individual again, which is great news.
Exactly. And once again, you don't need to open the door first in order to manipulate them in any way. Erica, thank you for your question. Coming now to the one from Andreas Ukis. Again. What is capacity? What is the capacity of the fridge? Can I store wine in it?
Oh, absolutely, you can store wine in it. Depending, of course, of
what would it be? Why would that be an extra question about wine?
Maybe
it's not explosive or anything. They just put it in the fridge, right?
But of course, some fridge freezers may not have somewhere to be able to put your wine. So what we've done is actually given you a wine rack inside. So if I open up one of the devices, you can see that we've got this rack here, which is actually removable, and you can actually put it anywhere you like. So you can see that you've got yourself your 4 bottles already there for your wine rack, so you can actually fit all your wine, and it's not going to actually take up any shelf space. Of course, we do have independent shelves along the door as well, but it does mean that you've got your own independent
But
wine
it's more a
makers.
matter of like comfort. It's not really
Absolutely.
high tech as the
No, no, no,
the
no.
vitamin safe, anything like that. It's just
But it's a necessity and a nice accessory that you may require. Of course, if you're not into your wine, of course, soft drinks or anything else can go on it. It's not just for the wine.
okay.
So, but absolutely, we do have somewhere that you're able to put your wine. And as for the capacity, it all depends on which fridge freezer you're going to go for.
Aren't these like all the same?
These
I just know that the first one over here, this is like a prototype.
That
so
is our concept one. I'm just going to pop that back actually. But these are all side-by-side ones. But we do actually also still do two-door fridge freezers as well, so the slimmer line ones. So
Yep.
if you have less space in your kitchen, you'd be able to actually get yourself a smaller fridge freezer that's ideal for the space at home. Otherwise, the side-by-sides, as you can see here, we do our 550 litres, and then we also do our two-door ones as well. So once again, there's a product for just about anyone.
we were talking about those over there.
Yes, we are.
These
the two
are
doors just
the
over the
small
side.
ones.
Yes.
Okay, so
Because not
Andreas,
everyone's going to be able to fit a lovely side-by-side. I'm sure everybody would love to be able to
I
fit.
would love to have one of them. I simply don't have space. Just like here for the ice
And the water dispenser. I mean, in my own personal experience, I fell in love with this one straight away as soon as it was released. The wife's not too happy with me anymore because we lost a lot of counter surface just so I could actually fit this into my my own kitchen. So, but luckily I'm having an extension that should
woman,
fit it
what do
nicely.
they know about home appliances?
Well, yeah, I'm sure she could
It's-
tell me quite easily exactly what I need to know.
This is the man's world, somehow. No, but it's really, it's also like very interesting because you always believe that it's always a matter just like for women, but it's not. It's
No,
really
absolutely.
like,
Whereas you see, when you're getting into the technology,
Yeah.
it starts getting fun again, doesn't it?
yeah, totally.
So,
Like,
and now look how excited you are about fridge freezers.
and especially also about washing machines.
Oh, yes.
Just who would have thought? Andreas, thanks again for that question. Hope to see you again here. Dave would like to know, how come the inner side panels of the fridge are so thin compared to competitor models?
Great question, Dave.
Is it true?
It is absolutely true. All the other manufacturers and other brands will actually use foam, and the foam could be up to 100 millimeters thick. And with us, we want to be eco-friendly as well and space-saving at the same time. So what we've created is a fantastic product called U-Vacua. You can't actually see it here because, of course, it is built into the walls. But actually, just behind us here, we've got the U-Vacua cutaway, so it's showing you just how thin this material is. So rather it being 100 millimeters thick and being big, thick foam
Yep.
in your walls, we actually use something that's 5 millimeters thick, U-Vacua, and it's a special material that's fantastic for actually being able to control and keep your temperature down. So it's absolutely perfect. And as we discussed yesterday, even used in things like the space shuttles as well.
Oh, so what this model does, we have a plate which is heated.
Yes.
Apparently, as you can see, like 43 degrees. But this is like the device in order to check the temperature.
Yes.
And this is on top of this
So as you can
Vacua.
see, very cool. And if
So
you
it
put your
goes
hand
down
on that
by
one,
30, by 12 degrees less just through that.
yeah. And what we've done with the U-Vacua is we've actually put it on the side walls, and we've actually put it on the back wall as well. So it's insulating the product to the best efficiency. And that's how we've achieved our A++ rating on our side-by-sides and on our two doors because of this revolutionary material.
Okay, so that explains why the doors are thinner than with competitive.
Absolutely. So we've got
models.
the same size fridge freezer maybe as everyone else, but much, much bigger capacity inside, which is great news for everyone. It means we can store more food or more wine or more beer or whatever to your own taste.
Which of course makes sense because I don't really think that I could compare anything to competitor models because so far I haven't been really so much into home appliances, but I've learned.
But you've come to the best.
Yeah, so now I know about U-Vacua.
U-Vacua. And our
U-Vacua.
material this year has actually been improved once again. We're always striving to improve our products and our materials. So this year we've added a special air-absorbent material, and that has reduced it once again by 20%. And that's how we've achieved
That's
this
quite a lot.
A++ press rating.
That's future craft, another term that I learned
Absolutely,
here
yes.
at the Panasonic booth. The next question comes from Oliver K. Or K. How does vitamin safe technology keep food fresher and longer?
Right.
I think therefore we need to go back to the fridge or
We
even over here.
can- Yeah,
Oh, vitamin safe over there.
Yeah, we've got a little cutaway here just because we've got the public that's
right
now coming
ahead.
through.
It's about the light.
Yes.
It's about the light.
So what we've got is two drawers here. We have a vitamin safe and we have a fresh zone. And what these are doing, they have a blue and a green LED.
Which
Oh,
is pretty much the same as the sunlight.
it's the hues, the blue and green hues from the sun. So it simulates the sunlight, which actually prolongs the growing of the fruit.
Yeah.
So the fruit thinks it's still in its growing phase and will actually then prolong its life and actually add extra vitamin C to your fruit and vegetables. So less waste and also much healthier fruit and vegetables. And as you can see with the vitamin safe, it's ideal for all your leaf vegetables. That's going to be kept at between 0 and 5 degrees. You can actually change the temperature on that, and it has a high humidity. And then also we have the 5-degree fresh zone. That is kept at a dedicated 5 degrees.
Well, what's so special about 5 degrees?
It's a really good temperature, especially with the high humidity, and it's ideal for your for all your root vegetables. So as you can see, it actually shows you.
So why not having like a fridge in general, just like by having 5 degrees, if this is the ideal
Well, because
temperature?
of course we need different temperatures for different products. As I say, with your leaf vegetables, we can fluctuate it depending on the vegetables. And then we've also got a dedicated drawer for your meat, but that's kept at a different temperature altogether. So as I say, for fruit and vegetables, it's a high humidity. And for your meat drawer, it's actually kept at 0 degrees at a low humidity, which is the ideal setting to prolong the life of your meat.
Well, that explains probably, well, so far I just thought, oh, it's cool, so I put something in there.
So in other
Probably
words,
that's one of
that's
the
where all
reasons.
your steaks, all your chops, and everything else is going to go. And then all your fruit and veg is kept all separate, and it keeps the rest of the fridge freezer nice and clean from anything that may spill over or any other issues.
Well, that really explains all the spoiling in my fridge.
There we go.
Oliver K., thank you so much for your question then.
You're welcome.
This has been your answer. Gabrielle, can I change the doors so they open in a different direction? Like
Actually,
suicide doors.
yes, not on the side-by-side, because of course you do need to open them out.
Yep.
But on our 2-door, which we have just here, you can actually change the bolt on the top here.
Yep.
And you can actually have the doors to open different ways.
Either
so of course,
right-hand side or left-hand side.
absolutely, different kitchens may require a different need. And we want to make sure that we're not just sticking to one particular way and one particular method. We want the customer to be able to tailor their product to themselves. So
Can I do that afterwards, or do I have to order them?
No.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
So
sure.
You can
Yeah,
see it
works.
opens up, and then all you simply do, you've got the brackets at the top, they pop off,
All right.
unbolt them, pop them onto the other side because you've already got the bracket there,
That
and
also
away
explains
you go.
like the symmetry of the handles here, left
Yeah.
and right.
So the great thing is, because we don't have great big handles sticking out, we can then open the doors either way, and that's why we've got these bits here, so you're able to actually open the door both way with no problems whatsoever.
Again, future craft.
Always thinking ahead and always thinking about the customer.
It works. Gabrielle, thank you for your question. This has been your answer. Continuing with Jason Gray, who would like to know, doesn't more technology in your fridge freezers also mean more in energy consumption? We had that question yesterday, but
It may be the case with some people that more technology could actually increase your energy consumption. But what we're really trying to do is make them all work together. Because everything is being built and developed by Panasonic, it can all work in harmony together to ensure that we give you the best energy saving possible.
different than with cars, because usually what it is like you have engines that are consuming less gas, but through all the security measures,
Turning on your radio, air conditioning, there goes
you're consuming pretty much just as much as like 10 years ago. But when it comes to a fridge, it's a different kind of
Exactly.
angle.
So you think between the inverter control, between the twin cooling, and between the U-vacuum, all these technologies are working together in harmony and ensuring you're going to get the best energy efficient product that's on the market.
There you go. So Jason, this has been your answer. Continuing with the next one from Thomas. Is there a device to produce ice cubes? Not for this one?
No, I mean,
Not for the
not
single doors?
anywhere to actually produce ice cubes. I mean, we still have the drawers and you'll be able to put in trays, not a problem. But if you actually want to produce ice cubes, we've got our side-by-sides. I mean, if you want to take a walk over, I mean, if we want to try to get through the
Once
public.
again, yes.
So the great thing is we've got a couple of different methods depending on the consumer's needs once again. So as you can actually see.
Yes, I need ice cubes.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
So on this one, we've actually got a separate water dispenser and ice cube. And the great thing about this, we can have water coming out from here. And as you can see, it actually glows up as well. So if you have come down at night time, you don't have to turn all your kitchen lights on to be able to fill up your drink. And then you may want crushed ice or cubed ice. And all this can be done rather by plumbing the fridge freezer into your mains, so you don't need to do anything, or actually inside, you're able to do everything and fill it up independently. So if you cannot put your fridge freezer anywhere near your main lines, then you're able to do this independently as well.
Okay.
And of course, on the new side-by-side A Triple Plus, because of course we've taken away the ice dispenser and the water dispenser from the front, we still wanted to be able to provide a way for you to be able to have your ice cubes. So if you like, I can quickly show you. So, sorry there, I'm just going to...
Sorry.
Sorry
Hello,
there.
hello, hello,
Hi.
hello.
Hi.
Herzlich willkommen.
So if we open this one up, we can see we've got our fridge and we've also got a freezer. And down here now, we've got a dedicated ice drawer. So what you do, you'd fill your water up there, and then when the ice cubes are ready, you turn the knob, and then it will simply drop your ice cubes down into the tray, ready for you to use them.
In that case, I have to fill it.
You have to fill it with
myself.
water. But yes, I mean, as I say, we're making products for each individual person. They may not want to be able to have everything being dispensed from the front of the door. They may want to keep everything inside, keeping that minimalistic look on the front.
Of course, this is not as fancy as over here, but at least this is far more energy efficient.
Absolutely. This is one of the ways that we've achieved the A++. So, but it's a great way of still being able to produce ice cubes and keep them without having to have the trays that are on top of all your other boxes and everything else. So once again, keeping it nice, neat and clean.
Well, yeah, I know. It's kind of a difficult choice. Saving the planet, or getting right away crushed ice.
Well, exactly, but you've got your own individual taste. So everyone's got their own different needs and they've got their own different scenarios at home, but we've got a product to suit just about everyone, we believe.
So Thomas, this is your answer.
Thank you, Thomas.
Continuing with a question from Hubert B. Can I turn off a vitamin safe on the freezers? Yes. Is it possible? But then again, is it really consuming so much more energy that effort?
It's not consuming more energy because, of course, LEDs use a very, very low amount of energy.
Oh, actually, that's a good question. These LED lights, do they remain on
when the door
is closed?
Because, of course, you're used to fridge freezers only lighting up when you open. When you close the doors, no, the blue and the green LEDs are always going to be running, so you're always going to be getting that great activity going on.
But it's LED technology, so it's not
LED
consuming. It's not like a light bulb from 20 years ago.
But of course, you know, if a man is on his own and he just wants to fill the whole thing with beer, he can quite easily, just once again using the touch system, be able to go into his vitamin safe, and then he'll be able to turn that off or turn it on to his own individual needs. And the great thing
is it just a matter that also like the temperature is going to get adjusted, or is it just a matter of the light?
It means that everything will then just become one temperature.
Okay.
So
also the 5-degree zone, unless you have turn it on specifically.
Yeah, so we can turn everything on and off. So that's what I mean. We would like customers to be able to tailor their product to their individual needs. So there you can see I've just turned on the vitamin safe, I've turned on the fresh zone, I may have just put something in that needs freezing very quickly, and that's where the super freeze comes into. And then, of course, we've got other technology inside that we can turn on and off if and when required.
I see. So, Hubert, yes, as a matter of fact, you can turn it off. Thank you for your question. Coming to the next one from Stephen Billing. How often do I have to thaw your freezers out?
Oh, great question, because, of course, I remember the days that you used to sit there having to wait for it all to thaw out before you went away on holiday, causing a complete and utter mess. Well,
how often do you have to thaw out I mean, so far I've never done it.
No,
never.
No.
So, but
and the great thing is, with our products, you never will have to do it.
Okay.
These are completely frost-free. So it means you don't have to take the time and the effort to defrost them. If you're going away and you want it all powered down because you're removing everything out, don't worry about it. It's not going to cause a problem. Because our products are frost-free, there's no thawing and defrosting required at all.
Would you be able just to explain me how is it possible to make it like frost-free then?
Oh,
do you have a little man inside who's like with an ice pickle?
No,
like
no. It's just once again because of the way that we use the UVacuum on our inverter technology. It means that you're not building up the frost on the outside of the wall. There's no need for that. We've got the special cooling that's able to keep the temperature.
Cooling management is the answer then. All right,
Absolutely.
Stephen, this is your answer. Thank you for that question. I think I'm getting hungry, but because like next door there's the
still cooking,
chef who's cooking there for us. I think I can also smell some of it, just a bit. Dave would like to know, is Panasonic selling single freezers as well? Yes, we saw
the 2 doors. So we are doing the single line freezers with the 2 doors. As I say, we're trying to make products for every individual need. So yes, we are, and we're also going to look to the future of always expanding the range to the different requirements as well. So there may be other products that we may be looking into that may be coming at a later date.
Okay. Continuing with a question from, but they also have like built-in fridges, right? Do they also?
Yes.
Well, are they offered already?
Not the fridges. We're not doing built-in fridge freezers quite yet.
Ah.
But we've got a whole session on the built-in appliances later on in the week. So if anyone has any questions about built-in induction hobs, built-in ovens, built-in dishwashers or hoods, we're going to have a whole session on it later on in the week because we've got some really special stuff there.
Good to know. good to know for you as well. And also, hey, here we are with our friend Andreas Yukis, who would like to know, what is Hygiene Active?
Hygiene Active.
How noisy is it?
How noisy is Hygiene Active? Right,
Is Hygiene Active noisy?
Hygiene Active isn't noisy. It's actually the way of being able to keep your fridge freezer clean. So if you'd like, what we do is just make sure it's turned on this one, which someone's had a little play about, so we can quickly turn this on just by going down to here. And what this does, most brands will actually spray the inside of their fridge freezers with a antibacterial spray. But of course, over time...
Who does that?
I wouldn't like to say.
I mean,
but it's not Panasonic.
I understand why it's necessary when I see mine, but...
Absolutely. You want to be having all your products and all your fridge freezers clean as possible. So what we've created, and rather than spraying on an antibacterial spray that over time will wear off, what we've created is Hygiene Active. So when we open up this fridge freezer, what you can see right up the back of the fridge freezer where it actually says Hygiene Active, it's glowing blue, isn't it?
So to keep it fresh?
It's just all about the antibacterial. We want to kill all the bacteria so it doesn't infect all of your food inside.
Yeah, but how you do that? Usually you boil something in order to kill it, but how are you supposed to boil anything in a fridge?
Of course, what we're using is silver, because silver's fantastic for killing the bacteria. So
and werewolves.
And werewolves, of course.
Yeah.
So we've got a silver iodizer filter. So in other words, what it does, it brings the air through, and then it puts out a little bit of water mist with some silver ions to kill 99.9% of all the bacteria. And also the blue LED light isn't just for design, even though it does look great inside.
But do you have to refill that then?
No.
Or you have like a silver bar in the background?
It's all there, it's for a lifetime. It's not a problem whatsoever with the Hygiene Active. It's always going to be running, and it can circulate the air in 3 different places to make sure that you're getting fresh, clean air all the way through the refrigerator. And as I say, killing any harmful bacteria that may come into contact with the silver ions. So as I say, between the silver ionizer and the blue LED, which is another set frequency to kill the last tiny little bit of that bacteria, we can kill 99.999% of all bacteria inside here.
But this technology, Hygiene Active, is not making the fridge any noisier than...
No, not whatsoever. As I say, because of the inverter, that fluctuates the power and keeps the decibels to the lowest possible level. So, for instance, if you did wake up late at night and just had the door open for a little bit, most fridge freezers, you'd hear the compressor kick in because they only have the 2 power settings, and it's a very annoying thing hearing your compressor always kick in. Ours will just use literally the first little step of power, so you can see our power bar here, and it will use the first little step of power just to be able to put a little bit more cooling in. And then if you'd like for us, we'd have the door open for a little bit longer, it's going to use a little bit more power. But it's always clever technology, detecting the temperature and correcting the temperature for the inside, so always working.
I see, okay. Then Andres, once again, thank you for this question, and this has been your answer. Continuing with a question from Mario. That's so stereotypical. A question for Mario, and he would like to know, what size pizza can I fit in the freezer?
Pizza, of course. Great question, Mario. The great thing about the pizzas, inside the freezer, what we find...
Where do you put it? I mean, like a frozen pizza, that's what I want to understand.
Yeah,
really?
I mean, fresh pizzas, frozen pizzas, we can do both. But in a lot of cases with the freezer compartment, you'd have trouble being able to fit even maybe a 14-inch pizza because of the way the foam and what have you works at the back. They have to actually indent the sides. But with us, you can see that the actual drawers are flat at the back, where most of the other companies will actually sort of have an indent here, meaning you can't even lie a pizza flat inside the drawer. With these, we're actually able to fit a 14-inch pizza directly into the drawers. And then with the inside the fridge, you can have up to about a 16-inch pizza inside here because you've got a slightly wider berth. So as you can see, lots of room for all your, rather for your fresh pizza.
I mean, I still don't really see the necessity of putting like a pizza in there. I mean, like from the surface itself, I mean, there's going to be enough for like 2 New York slices.
You should have come to my restaurant. I used to do a 24-inch pizza, so...
Okay, but
this
is the kind of size, exactly, that wouldn't be able to be fitted in that fridge. But yes, so Mario, this has been your question and also your answer. You should eat them and put them into the oven. That's what the pizza's supposed to...
Into the microwave or into the built-in oven, of course.
Pizza in the microwave?
Well, of course, we've got our convection ovens. Convection ovens built inside the microwave.
That's correct.
And you're going to be able to do it a lot quicker and a lot faster.
And here's a question from Tim, who
Hi,
would
Tim.
like to know, of course, and this is also something, maybe you could explain me why he would ask such a thing as, does your fridge have internet Wi-Fi access?
Well, I mean, everything's talking about smart nowadays, and we are looking into this, as you saw in the smart home earlier on.
Right.
The great thing is we are looking into this technology. It's not quite here yet. There's no Wi-Fi built into this. There's no Ethernet port into the back of it for you to control it when you're on the move or away from home. But it is certainly a technology that we are looking into for the future, if that's what the consumers want at the end of the day. We are all about building products that are designed for the consumer.
I mean, it would make sense if you have something like an integrated television or a computer where you want to check your Facebook messages or MySpace, Instagram,
You maybe
whatsoever.
want to do your shopping from there.
Exactly. That's the reason
These
why.
sort of things that we're looking into, but talking to consumers to see what they want rather than us just designing stuff for our own needs.
But in particular, it's not really going to help you to have an internet access except for knowing what's in the fridge, and then he is making all the grocery shopping then by himself.
Absolutely. The only other thing that could be you can look at is maybe your power consumption. Then you can keep an eye on exactly what sort of power consumption you'll be using.
We would like to know in our current poll, what fridge would you prefer for your kitchen? Once again, we have 3 options. The first one would be a side-by-side, just like here in the back. A bottom freezer, outwall, or standalone fridge. And I mean, I'm more the side-by-side type of guy.
Absolutely.
If I would have like the space for it, I would definitely go for this one.
Yeah.
But I would like to have the prototype in black.
You like that one?
But then again, no, it doesn't come with a crushed ice dispenser, so no, I'd rather go for the silver one. Consider this one hot booked. But here's the, indeed, 43%, so the majority is rather going for a bottom freezer, as 29% equally will go for a side-by-side or a standalone fridge, so there's not really such a big thing. 43% for a bottom freezer. I think because the side-by-side and standalone fridge users were not so sure about which one to take. That's why a bottom freezer made that race.
Well, the 2 doors do have quite a few things going on with them, and certainly cater to a lot more people's needs with smaller rooms, especially back in the UK.
Definitely. So once again, thank you, Tim, for the prior question, which was before that poll. But here's another one coming from Dave. Can you switch off the alarming signal that warns you if you let your fridge open? Yeah, I remember that yesterday. I was quite annoyed.
Yes, you didn't like it telling you off, did you, because you'd left the fridge
I hated
freezer.
to be patronized by my own fridge.
No, it's not a problem. What we can do, we've also got not only being able to turn it off, but we can also lock the settings as well. So when we come down to the lock setting, we'll be able to turn the beeping off and also child lock all your settings. So just in case the children come around and want to start playing about with the settings and then spoil all your food, that's not going to happen at the end of the day. So yes, we can turn the beep off, and yes, we can also lock all the settings as well.
I can lock the settings, or can I lock the fridge?
No, you can't lock the fridge. You can lock the settings. If you lock the fridge, oof.
But with this kind of size anyway, you don't need to lock it because our kids won't be able just to reach it.
You'll be surprised.
Yeah, I'll be surprised. You have children already?
Oh, it's got a little one. He's not quite up to that height, but he's getting there shortly.
Okay, as I understand, it's going to be a little bit more complicated. Thank you, Dave, for that question. Continuing with the one coming from Constanze Jurisen. If the walls of your fridges are thinner, does that mean I can't place a fridge next to a cooker? That's an interesting question.
It's not, yeah, it's quite an interesting question. It's not something I would maybe advise, but of course with the insulation being much, much better, it's actually 24% better than sort of the rest, even our older U-Vacua. It is a possibility, but maybe not something I would do personally, but I'm sure it's actually possible because of the U-Vacua. It would actually be able to control the temperature and not allow that heat through into the freezer.
Okay, because just to make it clear, because I wasn't even aware of that. I mean, somehow it makes sense that you wouldn't put your fridge.
No,
I just really
it could cause more energy consumption because it's having to cool it and so on and so forth. But
yeah, but when it comes to those home appliance issues, as for example, I just realized I shouldn't have put my bread basket just on top of my microwave because this is getting warm the whole time.
Yes.
So it's not really a good idea just to keep it fresh. But when it comes to the isolation, it doesn't really matter. Because just because it's thinner doesn't make it less
no, but
protected.
of course you wouldn't be able to have it straight up against the product.
Yeah.
Because you need to open the doors, and of course the doors do when they come out, they do take up that little bit more room at the side.
Yeah. And
so
the principle is the same. It's just about like isolation.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah,
and it's
that's
just a
why
matter.
It's a standalone.
They're just getting thinner. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're just creating more space inside and making it more energy efficient by being able to control the temperature a lot better.
So Constance, I hope this is gonna be the right answer for your question, or this has been the right answer. Continuing with a question from a guest. I didn't know Panasonic makes fridge freezers. We had that question yesterday as well. How advanced is the technology?
Well, a lot of people think that we're new to the market with fridge freezers because we've been doing them in Europe since 2009.
Yeah.
But our history actually goes back a lot further than that. And I mean, do you know how old Panasonic is currently?
Well, all I can tell you is that by 2018, Panasonic will turn 100.
There we go.
So counting down 6 years, so it should be by 94.
There we go. And we've been making fridge freezers around the world for just over 60 years now. We've been #1 in Japan for a long time, and that's why we're now introducing these products that have been designed and built just for the European market, coming straight in. So we've got a long heritage of building fridge freezers all around the globe. So we've got the research and development, we have the factories, and we're able to then give the service and all the rest of the performance that ties in nicely together. So it's not new to us, but it's new to Europe.
So this is the answer to that question. Continuing with the next one, and coming from Johnny G. Do you do a side-by-side with drinks dispenser that doesn't need plumbing in?
As mentioned, we can actually fill that ourselves. So the great thing is
the thing is, like, that's what you just said earlier. I either have the option just to refill it myself or actually
plumb it in directly to the mains.
Depending on the need
of the customer.
Of the customer.
Absolutely.
So Johnny G, yes. So can I also have like, can I make
if you want to
a margarita dispenser out of it?
I would say possibly. I wouldn't like to say yes because the tubing and what have you has been designed for water, but it's a possibility at the end of the day. Maybe we'll test
very thin.
I was going to say maybe we'll test it a bit later on.
Yes, and we give you like the results then by.
Or if we're not on tomorrow, you know it was worked.
Yeah, we should do it like in 2 weeks, something like that. Continuing with a question from Adam Wax. Adam Wax would like to know, what colors do your fridge come in? Blue, for example?
Well, currently we want to join the complete range up. So we saw the washing machines yesterday.
Yep.
They came in white, and they had stainless steel outers around the face of the drum.
Right.
And then we also had some with sort of a gunmetal ones as well. So we're going to carry on that. Currently we're doing stainless steel, and
white.
We're doing the white. But we are showing, as we spoke about, the concept one as well. And the concept one's looking really, really interesting.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No, we don't want to. No, we don't want to send away people. We're not that mean here.
Come
Seriously,
on,
you can
come back.
Come back. Enjoy with it. Okay, no, she's not.
Nope, ran away.
She's crazy. Yeah, I would go totally for black.
See, this concept is not only talking about the color on the outside, it's also talking about the color on the inside as well. I mean, how many fridge freezers do you know that are black on the inside as well? So, and the great thing is, it makes your food stuff.
No wonder they're still fresh. They're fake.
It's not all fake. We've got, well, maybe you shouldn't be getting out the rest of the bits and pieces, but.
Oh, we have the good Royal, nice.
And what this is actually doing is making your food stuff look even better. So at the end of the day, it's all about the looks with this one, and that's why we're doing it as a concept, just to see the reactions of the people here at IFA today, and for the rest of the week, of course.
But then again, you just call it prototype just because of the color, because pretty much it's the same. It has all the technology, hygienic, super freeze.
Absolutely, and we saw the concept washer yesterday, the washer dryer, that's also in the same color with the touch display. So we are trying to then join the message up. So whether you've got a bread maker that's sort of with the black and stainless steel, or the white bread maker, or maybe a white microwave, or the stainless steel microwave, we want all your premium products to match so they look fantastic in your kitchen.
So when it comes to blue, we're still not sure yet, but it's not an option for now. Coming to the next poll, if my fridge freezer had internet connectivity, I would use it for, because already we've been wondering, or I was wondering what exactly you want to do with internet on your fridge. But the three options that we are giving you would be either showing how much food I have left, ordering from the supermarket, or the last one, downloading recipes. And the result would be 50% there would like to have it to show how much food they have left. I mean, actually, just an idea. Next time, open the door, have a look, and then you see how much is in there. I mean,
it's a concept that I think with the smart devices, what they're talking about is as you're passing your food through into the fridge or the freezer, maybe some sort of scanner that detects what food you're putting in there. You could be down the supermarket, you could say, oh, do I have so-and-so in my fridge? Do I need to buy?
Makes sense.
Do I need to buy another bottle of milk? Do I need to buy more eggs? Do I need to buy X and Y? And then you could check your smartphone app and you'd be able to see, right, okie dokie, I know exactly what's inside my fridge freezer, and I need to then buy whatever's
Okay, that
required.
totally makes sense. See, that's why I'm a newbie when it comes to home appliance. Therefore, it makes sense when I'm somewhere in a supermarket, and of course, just like memorizing everything I have in the fridge.
Otherwise, you end up with doubles and triples and so on and so forth, or forgetting it and having to go back out again for a second time.
As I usually do. So thank you for that participation on the poll. We're now coming to Adam Marks. No, Adam Marks, that was your answer right now. So we're coming to the next question, this time from guest 2012. Do your new fridges still use U-Vacuum technology? Still use? Why? I mean, I thought it's a brand new technology.
Well, we've been having it on our fridge freezers since we've launched it in 2009.
All right.
But in 2000, on the new range, we've improved it. So as mentioned earlier, we're using a brand new air absorbent material inside, which has reduced the power consumption once again by 20%.
Which is U-Vacuum.
Yes.
But it has been improved. No?
Always looking to strive and improve anything that we're creating. And if we can make the improvement and create the world's first A++ side-by-side refrigerator, then of course it's got to be an improvement that needs to be made.
All right. Then, yes, of course, they still use it in their fridges. Thank you for that question. Continuing with, excuse me, sorry. Oh, this is a hot topic, meaning a question coming from Jonathan, Patrick, and Giovanni. Question about Hygiene Active, but we already answered this.
We did talk about Hygiene Active.
We talked about it.
Using the silver ionizer filter, a little bit of mist as well with the water vapor, killing all your bacteria, and then with the blue LED, kills the last part of the bacteria. So 99.999% of your bacteria will all be killed using Hygiene Active.
Yeah, well, and you have the chance. Also, in order, just in case that you just said, like, oh, this is not going to be enough, I just want to have the same reply that I had before for this same type of question. We have our Media Center, where you have the chance just to repeatedly have a look at through all the questions that have been asked before, and of course also the answers. But anyway, thank you for the question, for that hot topic, to Jonathan, Patrick, and Giovanni. Continuing to the next one, coming from Sato Akudo. What kind of features do the fridges have for wine?
For wine?
Do you need like a feature for it, or is just like the accessories going to be?
As we said, about the accessories that we provide inside our fridge freezers. So as shown earlier, we do have not only inside the doors that you can put all your bottles in, so you do have sort of some of the individual cutaways that will actually allow.
But they should lay because they need the cork to be moist.
And that's why we do the wine rack as well. So as shown earlier, we still do have a wine rack inside. You're able to put this wherever required because, of course, it uses the same sort of fitting. So you can actually move around all the drawers or all the shelves to be able to place the wine rack wherever you wish it to be. So yes, we can also accommodate any of your wine as well.
So, Satoe, this is your answer. Thank you for that question. Continuing with, let us shut down the door before it starts beeping, because I don't remember that we shut it off.
Didn't like it telling you off, no.
Exactly. Andreas, again, Ukis, how long without electricity can I store food?
How long can you store food for? I mean, I know
it depends how cold it was prior.
Yeah, of course, it depends on how you've set it up and what have you, first off.
Yeah.
But for instance, say the super freeze feature that we spoke about earlier, wanting to freeze something up, if you turned that on, it would continuously work for 50 hours. So, but when you've turned it off, as we mentioned,
when the power shut down, anything like that?
It could be all down to what you've set it up individually first. So it could fluctuate. I wouldn't like to give a definite answer on that one, just in case.
Okay. Because it's not really
different scenarios and different circumstances.
Olivier Bouchon, how much power do your fridges use, for example, when I'm away or on holiday? Apparently, this holiday makes sense because you also have like a holiday function.
Yeah, we have a holiday and an eco mode here. And what these will actually do is detect the correct settings for you, and it will know that you're away on holiday. And so, for instance, it will know that the doors won't be opening and closing because you're not there at the house. So then it will keep a flat, correct temperature at the ideal power settings to ensure that it lasts as long as possible. And with the eco setting turned on, it will actually always be using the temperature gauge to be able to detect the temperature and be able to change it accordingly to the products inside. So once again, if you came home from your shopping, you filled your fridge freezer up, it would detect that it's fuller and it will need to lower the temperature again, so it will start freezing it a lot quicker.
And do you know your numbers? Could you say like by numbers? I mean, this is
the new A++, if I remember rightly, is using 262 kilowatts per year.
Okay.
And then these ones here are using around about, if I remember rightly, about 346 kilowatts per year.
Oh, that's what it is when you have a crushed ice dispenser.
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about the home appliances, there are some great websites out there, not done by Panasonic, all done by independent people.
Yes.
So, for instance, I know of one called sustit.net, and it will tell you exactly how much your home appliances will cost you in pounds and pence per year.
Okay.
So if you want to go there and have a look, see who's at the top, I mean, I can guarantee I know exactly because, of course, we have the world's first A+++, and with the washing machines as well, you're going to see exactly how much it was going to cost you.
All right. So
These machines will cost you, on average, just under £50 a year.
this is a number that you can deal with, hopefully. And we were just talking about the UK,
Yes,
but apparently it's going to be also within Europe. It's
within Europe, so
more or less going to be the same.
Yeah.
So merci for that question. And coming now to the last question for the segment from our guest. Does the fridge freezer get rid of odors too?
Odors?
Yeah.
Yes. So we talked about the Hygiene Active.
It's also active against odors?
Yes, because as I say, with the silver filter.
Ah, that's why some
the
people
water
using
mist.
silver in the deodorants.
There we go. So it's killing everything, all the odors, all the bacteria. And as we mentioned earlier, there's actually 3 places that it comes out. So it comes out at the top, middle, and down the bottom to be able to circulate the air to ensure that none of the odors, all the odors are removed. Because, of course, you could have meat, you could have fish, you could have cheese, and you don't want all the odors mixing into each of the items. We want to keep them as clean and as healthy as possible, and using Hygiene Active with the triple cooling is going to allow you to have odor-free products inside.
Okay, so this must be your answer, or this is your answer. Yes, it does have can I say like application? No, function.
Yes, it's got a feature.
A
Has
feature
to do
against
that.
odors called Hygiene Active.
There we
So
go.
thank you, Adam, so much for your
Always a
expertise.
pleasure. Thank you very much.
We will have a short break, but we'll be back at 1 o'clock with 2 special guests from National Geographic, because Panasonic has been teaming up. Why? In order to save the world. What exactly I meant by that? At 1 o'clock you will get more details about that, and after that, of course, you can go on and ask all the questions you want about the highlights here at IFA, and I'll be more than happy just to transfer those then to our experts. Once again, thank you, Adam.
Thank you,
Thanks
Patrice.
to you, and see you again at 1 o'clock, hopefully here, Panasonic Live at IFA 2012. Patrice Bouidi-Bela.